Hey there folks, Jim Hart here, and today I wanted to give you a quick review of the Freedom Journal from John Lee Dumas, and I'm going to try and be as impartial as I possibly can be. I'm a huge fan of John and Kate's, and I've been following their stuff for quite a while now. I'm a member of Podcasters Paradise, so I've got a lot of great things to say about John, but I do want to be somewhat impartial with this review of the Freedom Journal and start by telling you, I'm going to go into what I did like about it, but I also want to tell you what I didn't like about it. I'll be honest, when this first came out, when John first released this, I was a little bit skeptical. I've seen other journals in the past, there's that I won't name, but there's other journals out there that provide similar type of information that I've used in the past, to be honest, and I got kind of bored of them. Doing the same thing over and over and over again. It was like, well, why can't I just do this with my own journal? Why do I need this journal to do this for me? And so, but again, like I said, I like to support John. I want to support John and Kate. I want to help them out any way I can. So I went ahead and I was one of the early adopters and I purchased this. And, at first I thought, well, I'll just throw this in the drawer, but I actually started using it and I'm actually really, really love it, to be honest. I didn't think I would, but I really do. Apart from the faux leather that John talks about, I'm a vegan, so that's nice for me. Apart from that, it's really sturdy. The pages are nice. It's easy to write in. It actually feels good to write in. And these are just the aesthetic things I like. In terms of the things that I really like about it and what it does and what I feel like it's really helping me with my business right now. I'm an attorney. I own a law firm called Hawthorne Law. We do intellectual property law. And it really has provided me with a lot of focus of where I want to be and what I want to do in the next 100 days with my business, and clarity as well, because every day you're basically recentering, you're remembering what your goal is for a little over 3 months down the road. So every day you are recentering yourself and remembering what your goal is in the future, but at the same time you're refocused on today and what you're trying to do today. And so I'm going to show you a little bit about how this works. So when you first come into it, it starts with what are called these 10-day sprints. So you start with a 10-day sprint, and this is one of the things that's great about the Freedom Journal is when people see these 100-day goals or yearly goals or whatever goals, sometimes they can be so far into the future that you forget what you're actually working for, and after a month or two you just kind of lose track of what your goals are. Well, every 10 days you have this 10-day sprint, and the 10-day sprint asks you what your top 3 goals are for that period, a habit that you want to implement over the next 10 days that's going to help push your business forward, and then this is really nice actually. There's a section here at the bottom for thoughts, ideas, musings, which is actually really nice. And then you go straight into the day. And every day is going to look something like this on day 1. You've got day 1 and you got night 1. At the top of each page, you've got a quote. So first of all, I'm a sucker for quotes. So, John, you have me, immediately with this. But the second thing you really need to know about the quotes is every time he puts a quote in here, and I'm only 17 days in at this point with the journal, but it seems like the quotes that he puts in are perfect for the time in the journal where you're at. So, and I don't know if that's going to continue through the rest of the journal as I move my way through this, but I will tell you right now, for example, on let's see, which one was it? On day 6, the quote was from John D. Rockefeller, "Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great." And with me in my law practice, that was exactly what I wanted to hear, exactly what I needed to hear at that point. And so that was just really cool and special. So things that he asks you about on each day are, the journal will ask you to talk about something you're grateful for. You always want to start out with something positive to get you going with the day right. You're going to restate your goal every single day. In 100 days I will do this, in 99 days I will do this, in 98 days I'll do this, all the way through the end of the journal. And then you talk about what your focus is for that day. And this is what's really important for me, because it's the focus, what you're looking to do that's going to drive you forward towards your goal. If you've read The One Thing by Gary Keller, you know that it always starts with one thing that you can do in that moment that is going to drive you forward towards your goal. And by saying that, the third thing that he asks, that the journal asks you for on every day, is what's that one thing you're going to do today that's going to drive you towards the goal? And that's fantastic. And then, you can put in some things, things that you want to accomplish during the day, and then by the end of the day, 3 things that you will have accomplished that are going to help move you towards your goal. And then you can put in an action plan, and again, thoughts, ideas, musings. Also, one of the things that John did here that I like is he's got a recommended resource at the end of each day at the beginning. So something you can check out. I'll be honest, most of these resources I've seen, I've used, but one that was new that I hadn't seen was Workflowy. And I've heard John talk about this before, but I never actually checked it out. And that actually is something I'm actually using it from my notes for this review right now. So that's kind of cool. Then at the end of each day, you have a nightly recap. And the nightly recap talks about 2 wonderful things that happened to you during the day. It talks about things that you struggle with. You're going to write in there things that, maybe things you could use as solutions to help you get past those hurdles so that you can keep moving forward. And then you talk about why tomorrow's going to be a great day. Again, thoughts, ideas, musings, and then you end with a final thought for the day. And I'm not a big writer, but you can see, I fill up all these pages every single time, and so I just have really enjoyed this. I actually really enjoy the quiet time I have each night writing in this journal. It's fantastic. At the end of the 10-day sprint, each 10-day sprint, you have a recap. And basically that talks about the 3 goals that you accomplished, a surprising goal that you happened during that time, and then the top 3 goals that you want to strive for during the next 10-day sprint. And again, a habit, and starts with thoughts, ideas, musings. So there's a lot of positivity in here, and that's something I really like. Now, one of the things I haven't gotten to yet is going to be at day 20. Day 25, there should be here. There it is. Pause for perspective. And this is the quarterly review. Now, I haven't actually gotten to this section yet, but basically what this is you're looking at things from a higher level. Where are you at? Where are you going? Are you still on track to hit your goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the 100-day path that you're on? And so I haven't gotten there yet, but so far, can't recommend this enough. Go pick up your copy of the Freedom Journal. This is fantastic. If you really want to make a dent on your business and really push your business forward in 2016, the Freedom Journal is where it's at. So do it to it, folks. Have a good one. Talk soon.